Morning. So today we're going to do some makeup. Right, I think I'm going to just do a really nice summer glow, just kind of natural kind of looking, some browns, some bronzes maybe, and just to give a little suntan look. And I'm going to share 3 new products that I've just recently bought. So first I'm going to put on all of my lotions and potions. So this is my dark spot remover cream. Then I go in with my hyaluronic acid from Boots that I got from Target. Both of these are from Target. Then I go in with, actually, I need to buy some more of this. It's more hyaluronic acid, but it's in a cream. This is like a watery based solution. Then I go in with my Beauty Pie Youth Bomb on top of that, all over my face. And lastly, my Mary Kay. It has SPF in it, and it's my day cream. So I'm going to do all of those really quickly. I know you don't want to watch all that, so we'll jump straight into the makeup. Okay, so I've put all my lotions on. Normally this is the point where I would go make myself a coffee if it was a normal regular day, but because I'm filming, I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna, you can see it's sinking in, you can see I'm well and truly moisturized. Right. The first product that I want to share with you, now normally I use L'Oreal, this format, which is, I don't know what this is, I've got my glasses here, why don't I put them on, Maree? And then you can see, what do they call this? Pro Glow 24 Hour, and it's just like a regular cream. However, this time when I went in to buy my foundation, I stumbled across this with the foundations. It's a serum, and I have to be honest, I looked at this and I thought, well, is this a foundation? Is it something that you put on top of your foundation? I don't know, so I could well be using this wrong, but it is L'Oreal. It says True Match, it's nude, and it has 1% hyaluronic acid, and my shade is 3 to 4. So, and it does have kind of like a bit of a glow to it. You can see there's like different colors going through, and it is just like a serum. So it has its little pipette, and it is very runny. Now I've used this, I think 3 days now, and it definitely has 8 hours staying power. Let me see, Sunday I wore this to work. It was 119 degrees. And still at the end of the day, it stayed on lovely. I'm very, very happy with this. It could be just slightly thicker, but that's just me being moany about something. Now, when you apply it, I just do a little bit across my forehead, a little bit, oh, I didn't get very much, did I? There we go. A little bit here, a little bit there. There we go, I think that's enough. And then I take my brush and I blend it in quite quickly, because this does dry into the skin. And I think because it's so thin and it dries almost like into the skin, you have a feeling that you are not wearing any makeup whatsoever. And I really like that, especially in the Vegas heat. Sometimes, you know, you can feel that cakey feeling, but it is a product that you kind of need to blend in quite quickly. It's already dried and unblendable. So that was only a few seconds. So I think I'll put a little bit more on around my nose area here. Now, it might be drying on my face quicker than normal, just because it is hot and dry this week. Hopefully next week the temperatures will go down. Now I think this is a really, really natural look. You can still see all my freckles, which I don't mind seeing. Nose freckles is the dark spots I don't like seeing. So on there I have my e.l.f. What is this called? Where's my glasses? Where did I put my glasses? Here. Honest to God. How I couldn't do this for a profession, could I? And you know what? I can't even see what this is called. It's a satin finish concealer, and it's very, very pale. So I just need the teeniest, tiniest dab of this, and I blend it in. And then I do like to work with a magnifying mirror, but I also like to sit in front of this mirror because obviously this is for working purposes, but when you're out and about and you're talking to people, meeting people on your day-to-day basis, they're looking at this version of you, not this version. And I remember telling myself, having to remind myself that, you know, all these wrinkles that I see in this magnifying glass, like, gosh, Maree, you really are looking your age. You need to do something about those wrinkles. And then when I looked at myself here, I thought, well, actually, no, you can't see those wrinkles. You can on camera because it's high HD definition, so they're almost like intensified. If I didn't put that HD on, which I do have the option to not do that, but if I do that, then you don't get a better color quality. So I don't mind you guys seeing my wrinkles. But I hope that makes sense. So when I'm looking here, actually, I should probably move this around. So when you're looking here at me, you don't see all those wrinkles that I've got here. And gosh, I have a really bad habit of squinting all the time. I cannot tell you how many pairs of sunglasses I have, and I forget to wear them all the time. Or sometimes I just don't want to wear them. I don't like that feeling of slight pressure on my nose. And I do wear glasses pretty much all day. If I'm staring at my computer or if I'm at work, I wear my glasses all the time. So it's a nice light relief to take them off and have that pressure off of the nose. So even though I love looking at sunglasses in the stores and I love buying them, and I love the thought of wearing them, I don't wear them that often, and I should, because when I'm driving, the sun here in Las Vegas is so incredibly bright. I'm always doing this, that I've now got this kind of like line here. You can really see in my videos how squinty I am. But okay, that looks a little better now, doesn't it? So we got our base. Next, we'll do some contouring. I've got this really old, it's called Hard Candy. It's a bronzer, and I've got a big old brush, but what I tend to do is give it a bit of a squeeze, like this. And then I'll put it in, and then I'm gonna just go down just where my bone is, all the way down to about underneath my eye, right here. So down the bone and stop just here. And I put it on quite thick. That's quite severe, but I will blend it. Now, if you've got a bronzer that's really, really iridescent and really shiny, I wouldn't use a bronzer to do this, because then otherwise your whole face is going to be illuminated when you walk into a room. I'm just gonna go around here. Now I'm doing like a sun-kissed look, as if I've spent the week in the Mediterranean on a luxurious yacht. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, years ago, I went to the south of France. We actually stayed in Antibes. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And on the last day, I was looking out over this really old part of the town, and it's kind of raised, so I was looking out over the ocean, and my husband was trying to rush me. He was like, come on, we need to leave. He's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm just looking out over the ocean. I said, I'm manifesting. And at the time I had no idea what manifesting was, but I said, I'm putting it out to the universe that when I return to the south of France, I'll be on a private yacht. I mean, I'm still obviously waiting for that to happen, but yeah, interesting that I put it out to the universe before I even realized that was a thing. So this is what I do. Two sides here, and then I go around here, and then I'm just gonna, oh, I've got a hair. Then I'm just going to squeeze my brush again, and I'm going to take it over my nose as if I caught the sun. I've got a bit of a tan, which obviously I do, but I try not to tan my face. I try to do that look all with makeup. So I'm just gonna leave all this on for now, and then we'll do some blending in a minute. Next, I'm gonna get my e.l.f. Honestly, this is such a mess. But I know all our makeup looks like this, I'm sure. So I'm gonna take my highlighter, and I'm just gonna put it in between those two dark patches. And I'm taking it again, probably to the last quarter of my eye. Like so. Would you guys share with me who you watch for makeup tutorials? I do watch Wayne Goss, and I do know about Pampered Wolf, but I need to take the time to watch her videos. Just a light dust in here and a tiny little bit there. Right, so that looks quite scary, doesn't it, at the moment? So I'm gonna tap all my excess powder off. I'm gonna flatten it out nice and wide. And now we're gonna blend. And I'm just gonna do little circular motions. And I'm doing right around the edge to blend it back into versus bringing it forward. Now I know most of this will probably be covered up from my hairstyle. And then I'm gonna blend it down onto the highlighter. And then here, I'm gonna bring it down just a bit. And you see I'm doing a little tap-in motion. And then I'll bring it back up. And then I'm going to take my foundation brush and just do the edges going in again. And I do take it right up into my hairline. That's a bit better. And after, when I look at the final look, I'll probably blend some more. Next, I do my eyebrows. I know a lot of people do their eyeshadow first. I can't do that, I don't know why. Again, I've shown you this product before. I think I got this from Ulta. Now basically all this is like a little mascara. It has a little brush, and the consistency of this is almost like mascara. Someone in the cosmetic world just cleverly renamed this. Oh, I wonder if I could just buy a brown mascara. Then I'd end up with more product, wouldn't I? There I go, being cheap again. But I just tap this very lightly. A couple of times I have done this too hard, and I ended up with like a brown streak on my skin. So then I had to get my Q-tip and carefully wipe it off. That's one with, one without. So I'm just gonna go in and do the second one. I'm just doing really light little upward stroke motion. And then I'm gonna go down because the hair is gonna lie down this way. So I'm just gonna do it down. And I don't know about you, but my hair is thicker on this side than it is this side. So I tried to put just a little bit extra product on this side just to try and match them. And also, this eyebrow is lower than this one, which no one's face is symmetrical. So I really don't worry too much about it. Actually, they don't look too bad today, but quite often this eye does seem like it's quite a bit lower. Anyway, after that, I then go in just with my color pencil, and this is NYX. And then I'm gonna go in and just do tiny, what you wanna remember about this is keep it nice and sharp. There we go, that's better. Because you're just gonna do tiny little hair-like strokes in between as a filler, and this is also gonna help me create my ending shape. So I'm gonna do a really light line across the top, and then this is where I'm shaping. I'm taking it down, and I do it really lightly, and then if I need it to be darker, then I'll just go in where I've shaped, and then underneath, because it's, you know, when you get older you lose your hair, and so sometimes it's kind of patchy. So again, this is kind of like a shaping filler thing that I do underneath. Then I always look in this mirror to see where it's lighter. So I see in the big mirror over here, I see that this little patch here is darker than this. So I'm just gonna fill it in. And I may not have noticed that had I just looked in my magnifying mirror. I've got a little faint patch here, and then I'm gonna just make this a bit darker. Okay, so that's just with this product, and that's with the pencil. You can see the two different shapes, and this takes practice. This is not something that came naturally to me. And then I take this brush here and just go over the very edge to make sure that I've made it nice and tidy. Okay, now comes the difficult part for me, which is matching this one to this one, which quite often I don't get right. But if I move my face fast enough, you'll never notice. And I find it easier just to rest my elbow on my knee, and I just put my two little fingers on my face to help draw. You can see I'm just doing little strokes. But if you're not comfortable with makeup, don't give up, just keep trying. Because remember, if you don't get it right, you can always wash it off. This isn't permanent makeup. It's not quite there. And I don't know why I do this with my mouth open either. I know when we put mascara on, we always open our eyes, and it's to like stretch the skin underneath. But when it comes to eyebrows, I don't know why I do that. They're still not quite matching, can you see? It's this piece here I need to darken up. And I'm taking my time this morning to do this. Normally I rush my makeup. I think that's a match. I think we've got that. Right, now let's choose some eyeshadow. Actually, I've got a new one here. It's e.l.f. again, and it's a No Budge Shadow Stick. It says Magnetic Pull. I don't know, is that the color? Magnetic Pull? No Budge Shadow Stick. Let's open this up and see what we got here. I have to say, I really do like the mushroom colors. Now I have blue eyes, and every time I wear a mushroom color, it seems to intensify the blueness of my eye. Oh, okay. So how do you twist this to, okay, so it has a little twisty thing at the bottom. Let's see. Oh, not sure about this. It's very easy to use. Oh, I don't know, do I like this? I do. It's very easy to apply. If you're new to makeup and you want to give this a go, I think this might be the way. I quite like that. Now it's not that different of a colour. From this one. Now this one is Ulta Beauty's own brand. Should I just dab a bit on there? Yeah, I would say it's the same color. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's, I'll put the other eye on and then we'll blend it with the brush and see how blendable it is, because this one, you put it on, it goes on wet and then it'll dry. Then I take my brush and I put my other two colors on and then I blend them in together with my brush, and it's very, very easy, very workable. So let's see if this is as workable. Oh, I like this. And you know, when I bought this, I didn't even pay attention to what other colors this came in. So you can just do a rough color here. So generally what I do, sometimes I change it up depending on the type of look I'm going for, but I will color from here almost till the corner, and then when your bone is, that bone here, I just go around and then take it, you see this little angle here, and I'll do that with one color. Then what I'll do is take a lighter color with a brush. As you can see, this is LA colors. This is an old one, but this is matte. And I'll take my white and I'll put that in the corner. Again on this side. Brush the excess off, and now we're going to see if it blends. Oh, it appears to blend. Yeah, all right, then I'll take this flat one again. I'm going to go in with the cream, and I'm just going to take this right underneath my eyebrow, and it'll give it a nice shape. So there's not a lot of powder going on my brush, and then you can pat it on once you've done that nice line. So I would go and get a few brushes if this is something that you'd like to start doing. Start wearing makeup, try a different look. Okay, now let's go back to that brush, and this is just a cheapy brush. I think it was an Elf one, maybe $2. Go in with the cream, and then I'm just gonna go over that edge and over that edge, and now blend. Again, I do like a little tapping motion when I blend. This once it dries is not as easy to blend as this one. Pretty much set. Yeah, it's not as blendable, I would say. Probably I just needed to work a little bit quicker. Then I'm going to take a really little thin brush once I find it. Where's my thin brush? Thin brush, where are you? So I just have a little thin brush again. Now I'm going to go in with the dark brown, and sometimes I use a dark brown. Sometimes I use a plum color. Both are really pretty. So I'm gonna go in and just lightly smudge underneath. And I'm gonna take it right up to where, you know, that little tear duct is right here. So I'm not doing a hard line, I'm just doing a smudgy line. I'm not gonna put any eyeliner on. I think when we get a little bit older, that dark black eyeliner that we used to love wearing, I think looks a little harsh on our eyes. So now I'm doing a thicker area of brown here, and then I'm gonna thin it out, and I'm just kind of blending it as I go. And then I'm gonna take it from here right on the edge of the hairline. So that's with, without. So do the same on this side. There we go. Then, doo-doo-doo, mascara. Oh, and I've got a new mascara here. Voluminous Original 5 times Fuller Lashes. Again, L'Oreal. Now, when I look for a mascara, for me personally, I like a thin applicator. I like to hold, I had one, probably thrown it out now, but it was a really thick, chunky one. It was kind of difficult to hold. And I don't think you want something difficult to hold that's right next to your eyeball. So, but that is all personal choice. So let's get this open. See what this is like. I think this was $8.99. Okay, it's about a regular size. Just going to take that last little bit off. So I always apply my bottom lashes first and then I do my top, because if you do it the other way around and you do your top first and then you open up your lashes to do the bottom, that's when you get those little black dots all over your eyeshadow. And I always turn, instead of doing it like this, which I cannot do because I get it all over my skin, I will turn it this way. I find this much easier, but again, it's all personal choice. Sometimes I do one coat and then sometimes I'll let that dry and do a second coat. All depends on the venue, the situation. And when you're older and your eyelashes are falling out and they're looking a little sparse, I always like to really take my time and make sure that I've got every single hair, because some of those hairs are now looking very faint. Now, if you do get some mascara, you see I've got like a little dot there, leave it alone, let it dry, and then get a Q-tip and remove it afterwards. Otherwise you will smudge. I've got some really, really faint hairs right in the corner here. So I'm gonna cover those too. I don't know if it's doing 5 times the length, 5 times the volume. Maybe I should do 2 coats. I normally wouldn't do 2 coats just for the day, but let's just see. Seeing as it does advertise as 5 times the length, maybe I should do 2 coats to give it a proper review. So that's 1 coat. If 2 coats make any difference. Okay, so yeah, it's quite thick and runny. Look, I've even got the dots on my eyeshadow, even doing my first one. It's quite a wet, runny mascara. It's an okay one. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I'd skip and try something new next time. So let's see. Let's get a Q-tip. See if this comes off nice and easily without smudging. You can just usually brush it off. Yep. Yeah, so I kind of wasn't going for quite as heavy a eye makeup, because now this looks like I'm actually wearing eyeliner. That's okay. We'll roll with the punches. Next, I am in love with my Maree. Now this is an old blusher, so they probably don't have it anymore, but it is a peachy pink color. And I'm gonna smile and do the apples of my cheeks. And sometimes I take my blusher up, but today, because I got quite a lot of bronzer on, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna blend it in. Okay, so with quite a heavy eye makeup, I'm just gonna do a nice gloss. And I've got way too many glosses. This one's Wet n Wild. I do like getting the cheapy glosses, I'll be honest with you. I like to apply them several times during the day. And with gloss, if I'm just wearing a gloss, I won't use lip liner. And by getting these little cheapy ones, I usually tend to buy 3 and 4 at a time. I also do like wearing a headband when I do my makeup. Okay, let me sit back. Yeah, it does need a little blending. It's quite heavy. All right. This is my finished look. Now, sometimes I will take a darker color from my, excuse me, from my e.l.f. range here. As you can see, this was my favorite color, which was a little, well, it was in between these two colors here. And what I'll do is I'll take my brush and I will go under the jawline, under here, and do this little portion, and it helps hide this. But today I'm not going to do that. Let's do my hair now. And this is the finished look. So I think I've got a nice bronze beachy look going on here. It's very light, it doesn't feel heavy. My eyes are a little heavier than I probably would have really initially gone for, but I had to try that mascara out. Okay, let's talk eyebrows. Don't be nervous about drawing on your own eyebrows. Remember, you can wash them off and you get to practice the shape over and over again until you get it right. I haven't used the stencils, I've seen them. I don't know whether I'd be very good at that, to be honest, but I'm confident now at drawing my own eyebrows. But it didn't come naturally, it didn't come easily. It took a lot of attempts to get it right. So don't give up on eyebrows. And if you're wondering what color, personally what I've done is I've gone with my root color and then matched. So that's personally what I've done. I hope you've enjoyed my little tutorial. If you've got any questions, just ask below. Hopefully I'll have the answer for you. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing and I'll see you soon. Bye.